Oh, come here, sweetie. How are you doing? Come here. Let me see this. Is this yours? I haven't seen you in so long. I missed you so much. How did you sneak her in here? Come here, sweetie.
Oh, don't blame me. You know, I saw the sign that said no children allowed. She just went right by it.
Oh, look at you. You are getting so big. Oh, yes, you are. Yes, and you're all better, aren't you? You know what I do? You see that big old bed over there? Mommy sits there and has dreams about the two of us in a big sunny field, holding hands, and then we both start running. What do you think about that?
Won't be long now.
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle we found another donor for Shorty. Sorry.
No, it's all right. You're right. Kelly was here.
That must have been fun.
Yeah. I can't believe she's the one that ran Patrick and me off the road. I mean, I know it was an accident. I know that she is sorry. I went crazy. I went off on her. I yelled and told her to get out of here.
Yeah. Well.
What did you do when she told you?
I went in shock.
Well, at least you know now that Patrick wasn't lying. I mean, I had this horrible feeling that because you blamed him for what had happened, that you were going to do something to try to get back at him.
Well, the important thing is that Shorty's all better now, right?
Yes. Yes, she is. Thank you, Todd. Thank you for being such a good daddy.
You know, I did what I could, but she misses her mother.
You do? That's right. You told me that in that letter that you wrote me right before you got to go home from the hospital. Isn't that right? Well, guess what, big girl? Your mommy's going to come home, too. Soon. Very soon.
Mr. Manning, I already bent the rules. I can't totally ignore them. I have to ask you and Starr to leave now.
Take it away.
Bye, sweetie.
Now. Here.
What's all this?
Shorty wanted to give this to you. I'll see you.
You promise?
Yeah.
Look at this. Great Sousa marches. Wonderful. Oh, look at this. Oh, I know what that is. The dumplings from Hong Chow. And what in the world? I love you, Mommy.
See this?
Could he be a murderer? It's possible. Patrick was on the docks that night. I saw him, ergo he couldn't have been anyplace else but there, let alone off in the woods somewhere, which is precisely what I dropped by Beau's office to tell him today.
Did Beau say anything?
No, I didn't get to see him.
Did you get the feeling that there might be any other suspects? Because, I mean, I got a follow-up story in the pipeline.
I got the impression that the police were flummoxed. Now, where is that little angel that took my gift of life and made such splendid use of it? I would love to see her.
Well, you can't. She's sleeping. The trip to Philadelphia made her very tired.
Oh, you went to see Blair? How is she?
She's better.
Better as in she'll be coming home soon, not that it's any of my business.
No, it isn't any of your business. But, yeah, with any luck, shouldn't be too much longer. Good news or bad news?
That depends. It's Bo Buchanan. I was wondering if you could drop by the station. There's a few questions I'd like to ask you.
Sure, why not? I love a good police station. All right, get out. The party's over. Not you. You just got yourself another gig.
I won't even ask.
Good.
Mother, I need breakfast. Let's have
Doreen, because I've heard them all right? Well, you haven't heard this one.
You didn't have to bring your attorney with you. We're just going to have a little chat. This isn't an interrogation.
Oh, you know, these legal beagles, they just follow you everywhere.
Exactly what kind of questions did you have in mind for my client?
Please, sit down. I have the kind of questions in mind that might help me with the Armitage investigation. You mind telling me where you got this story?
You don't have to answer that.
It's all right, it's not a secret. I went to Ireland and heard about it from Thomas Keneally.
You met with him?
Yeah. I had to give him a funny name when I first got to the prison so he didn't blow me off before we got started, but yeah, I saw him.
And you paid him for this story?
Well, the great thing about checkbook journalism is that it works.
From what I understand, you paid him a lot more money than really made sense.
That's for Mr. Manning to determine, not you.
No, actually, the commissioner's right. I got fleeced. You can check my bank records if you'd like. But it was worth it, you know. I just wanted my public to know what a certain Irishman was doing during his formative years.
Are you aware of the fact that Thomas Keneally went to the prison warden the day after Armitage was killed, and he told him the whole story of the Whiting bombing? And then the warden called me and told me the story.
No kidding. Well, makes sense. Keneally would want Thornhart to be in a cell just like his for blowing up Whiting or Armitage.
Speaking of Armitage, where were you the night he was killed?
How does that question help your investigation? More importantly, why do you ask?
Oh, that's easy. Patrick says somebody set him up, so naturally Bo thinks that it's me.
Oh, that's absolutely ridiculous. It's pure conjecture based on nothing more than the admittedly well-documented, but otherwise irrelevant animosity between my client and Patrick Thornhart.
That's a fine speech, counselor. But all I did was ask a simple question.
And here's a simple answer. The night that Guy Armitage went up in a blaze of glory, I was with Dory and Laura during the early part, and then I went back and hunkered down and worked on a story about your son, as a matter of fact. Then I took a break and went to Club Indigo.
That's true. I was there. Any number of people saw us.
We through here.
For the moment.
Groovy. Commissioner, you know you said you wanted some help? Here's some help. I mean, maybe the McPoet was out of town when Guy Armitage got blown to Kingdom Come, but that doesn't mean that he didn't pay somebody to be closer to the action. You might want to check Thornhart's bank records. He is marrying the richest chick in town, and I'm sure that Marty would float him for a special project. You know what they say? Follow the money.
Which is harder to take, you aggrieved or relieved?
I don't know what that means, but I'm hungry. Are you hungry?
Would you mind if we please finished up the business at hand first?
Oh, that's right. You're a lawyer. You want all of my money.
It's just a contingency plan in case Bo's suspicions ever coalesce into actual charges.
You think that will?
Personally? No. He had that grasping at straws aura. I don't think the police have a thing on you, and they probably never will.
What if they did?
My, you're full of questions.
No, I mean, would it matter to you at all, being my attorney, or maybe you couldn't care less?